Hey everyone, it's TB Shores. It's May the 13th, 2020. It's 1:11 a.m. I just wanted to try to bring you a quick video and let you know that I'm still seeking the Lord on learning some deeper understandings about the things going on with what we can learn within Second Passover. We already talked about how it was about the cleansing of the temple, and we know that's us, preparing us for the Lord to dwell in us with all His glory. And then we looked at, after the second Passover time frame, this is all in 2 Chronicles 29, 30, and 31. In chapter 31, where we see they start cleansing the kingdom, cleansing the land, so to speak, getting rid of anything that is defilement, anything about worshiping of false gods. And I think we can connect that back to Hebrews 12, where we see the shaking taking place that is coming, and how it is going to remove things that are made by hands, which is basically things that man has created and he worships above God. And so when we look at what that shaking represents and what this cleansing of the land from the false gods and the altars and the idols and things, we can see that connection about the shaking and the cleansing of the land. And so what I've been seeking the Lord on is understanding more clearly and more deeply about this time frame we're in, the 8th to the 22nd, and I will say even out to the 29th because of Shavuot, the Feast of Weeks, or Pentecost, because we know that Pentecost is very significant when it comes to the disciples, and the Lord, has got me looking at the connection of the phrase Jesus and his disciples have 2 weeks in reference with, well, where's it at? This time from second Passover on the 8th till the 22nd. Of course, then we see Pentecost right here. So I'm trying to understand what it is the Lord would have us to get from all this. And I know he spoke to me over by a period of May 22nd. Jesus and his disciples have 2 weeks, and we see the 2 weeks within second Passover itself. So, I've been seeking the Lord on that. Is this significant to us now? I've been asking him. And I've had 2 dreams. They're very simple, very brief. One of them, I'm just going to pop over here. I had on May the 10th and early in the morning, right before I woke. And well, as I was waking, I knew I had just had a dream. I could not recall the details of the dream, but I knew that there was conversation taking place as I was waking. I could hear conversation about a calendar. And I knew that this calendar was this right here, the one I have been using in the video. Well, we know the significance of this calendar is it is 2015. That's the year the Lord gave me the second Passover study, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because this connects the second Passover. So the year that he gave it to me, we see the pattern of how the days fall are the same. And let me just pop over here and show you, just in case somebody that's just popping in and haven't watched the other videos. So here we see this is May 2020, and we see the same pattern in May on the calendar here as we see here. Okay, so the Lord gave me this dream on the 10th, where I was waking, and I knew they were talking about that calendar, this calendar right here. And so, I got up and I wrote it down because I did not want to forget. Then I had another dream on the 12th, and I'm just going to go ahead and read it to you. It says, I was in an office sitting at a lady's desk. I was sitting with my right side mostly turned to her. That allowed me to see into another office. The offices were divided by glass walls. There were at least 2 ladies in the other office, and one of them yelled out to me, asking a question. Now, I don't remember what the question was, but after she did this, I looked at the lady that I was with, and I said, "What are they doing?" Because I could tell they were writing on something. And the best I can recall, she said something like this, and it's worded like this, as close as I could get it. She told me, "They are deciding what to write about you after the 22nd. So here we are with another dream, or something from the Lord pointing to the 22nd. And then 2 days earlier was pointing to that calendar. So, I'm trying to find out what the Lord is, what He would have me to get from this, because I cannot even begin to tell you how many things have been brought to my attention in a couple of days span there on the 10th and the 11th that kept pointing back to this time frame, May 8th through the 22nd. And that was on the 10th and 11th. And then on the 12th, I had this string pointing to the 22nd specifically. And the way that it's phrased here, they are deciding what to write about you after the 22nd. So I can't help but feel that it's implying something occurred. Something occurred that changed something. And I do feel like that where this lady called out to me, she yelled out to me, it is about a shout being given, a shout out about something. And I do think that the glass may be symbolic of the veil. Anyway, I'm still trying to fully understand the dream. I know this was said. They are deciding what to write about you after the 22nd. Now, keep in mind, this is not talking about me personally. It's about a group. I represent a group, okay? So, yeah, the Lord's pointing back to the 22nd. He's pointing back to the calendar. Of course, my mind immediately races to the fact that this month that we're in, this time frame that we're in, with the Lord reiterating it in the way that He is, it makes my mind want to race to understanding that this specific time right now, we can expect to see what we've been, well, let me be careful how I choose my words. We can expect to see something very significant take place concerning the Lord's chosen ones. He had told me the called out ones. He had spoke to me one time too. It soon shall be time for my called out ones, and they shall know you. They shall know you. I can't remember just how that went now. They shall know the Father has sent thee. That's what it was. And so he spoke all these phrases to me, and I know that somehow they all connect along with other information he's given me, because he's taken me back to so many things that he has already given me in the past. And it's about connecting these things and understanding why he gave them to me and how they all connect together. But I just wanted to share with you about the dream. He's pointing me back to the calendar. And in the dream, he's pointing me back to the 22nd. So if y'all would just be praying, he'll give me clarity on all this, how to connect the dots, what it is he's trying to show. Always keep in mind that even though we are hopeful that certain time frames are going to manifest something very significant for us, that there are many times that when the Lord is pointing us to a date or time frame, it's about learning what's within that and what knowledge we can gain spiritually from understanding it. It doesn't always point exactly to that, but now when he's given specific dates, I can't help but feel he's pointing us to something here. I think it's a very high watch time, specifically this 2-week time period, even up to Shavuot, because Shavuot is the Feast of Weeks. It is the time of Pentecost, which is when the disciples received their infilling from the Lord. And I do think, if you just want a brief tidbit, I do think it is about the infilling that the called out ones are about to receive. I just got to, before I can go into details on it, I have to clearly understand what's being shown to me. But I'm going to leave it at that. I wanted to let you know he's pointing me back to the calendar, back to this date, and hopefully I'll have something else to bring before long. Or maybe we'll see each other before then. I don't know. But I love y'all. I'm going to cut this off. Have a blessed night.